Hello everyone, this is me, Kai Domo, and I thought I might as well just make some, deck profiles for some of the decks that I've shown on my channel in previous replays and stuff. I'm not sure how many people are, truly interested, but we'll see. I'm gonna kind of speed through this because I'll be quite honest with all of you. I am not very good at speaking, and if I talk for too long, I'll just ramble, and nobody wants to hear that. So this is Zoodiac Shaddoll. It's quite an interesting strategy. It's definitely not meta breaking or, top tier, but it is definitely a fun deck to try out if you want to kind of spice up Zoodiac a bit. We're starting off here with triple Nibiru. Very good card for going second. Shouldn't have to explain it. Speaks for itself. Very, very good card. Three Thoroughblade, just because we don't have three Rat. That is the only reason. Three Whiptail, very good boy. This is a very good boy. Or is Whiptail a girl? I don't know. You all can tell me in the comments. Two Ram. Normally I would play three of this, but I'm not a fan of three of it in this particular deck. I don't know. Maybe three's the better option. You all can probably figure that out on your own. As for our hand traps, well, the monster ones anyway, aside from Nibiru, two Ash Blossom and two DD Crow. I'm playing two of each because that's kind of the golden ratios I've been finding in my decks recently is two of every hand trap that I do play, except for, well, Nibiru that you want to see as soon as possible just to blow out the game. But playing both of these at two is fine. I've not experienced really any problems with it, to my knowledge. That's all I can really say about that. The one trick clown, if you play Shaddolls, you're probably going to play this just to send off of Shaddoll Fusion for Construct. I probably shouldn't need to explain. It's basically a free level 4, which in this deck means free rank 4 fodder. Very good card. Or hell, you can just use it as link material. It's whatever you want it to be. And of course, the boy, one rat pier, because that's all we can play, unfortunately. Maybe one day. Maybe one day he'll come back to 3. Then for our Shaddoll lineup, one beast, one squat mata, or however the hell you say that, one dragon, one windy, and one aerial. I know in invoked Shaddoll lists, you play a much heavier Shaddoll lineup, but in this, the space is just a bit too tight for that. So I just decided to hell with it. I'm just gonna play one of all the good Shaddolls, except for Falco and Hedgehog, I believe. Yeah, Hedgehog, and leave it at that. It's done me well. Like, it has served me well. And I wouldn't change it right now. Maybe I could improve on it, but I don't know. I just like these ratios. One Foolish Burial, one Zoodiac Barrage, best card in the deck, one El Shaddoll Fusion. I'm only playing one just because I'm not that big of a fan of it in this particular strategy. I'm sure you could probably bump it up to 3 and it would be a lot better. But I feel like just because I'm not playing that heavy of a Shaddoll lineup, that it's not that great. I don't know. Maybe 3 is better. I don't know. I just wanted to play more hand traps and more, general good stuff cards. So this was the one I cut to 1. Cosmic Cyclone, very good this format just because Eldritch is basically making Twin Twisters and MST look like a joke right now. um, Not much else to say about that. Triple Shaddoll Fusion, always run 3 of this in Shaddoll decks. Obviously, shouldn't need to tell you that. It's the best card in the strategy, just because, you can send monsters from deck to grave. whether it be for Winda, Shekinaga, Construct. All of them are good, like no matter what. Construct is good for gaining advantage and also getting rid of problematic monsters you may not have been able to get rid of in the first place. Winda, very good Floodgate, very hard to deal with, especially if it's backed up by something like Trident or, one of your mini hand traps. Um, and of course, Shekinaga, very good. It's a monster negation. Not much else to say about that. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, I'm sorry. Pot of Avarice, very, very good for grind games and just gaining advantage, since both strategies that are in this deck just fill the graveyard at an explosive rate. It's kind of crazy. Like, especially with the one Trident now, you really want this. You just want to be able to recur Trident and all your good cards as much as possible, because the monsters really do make this deck, and you want to have as many of them available to you as possible. 3 Tinky, this is standard for any Zoodiac list because you can search all your, main deck zoos. Pretty standard, not much else to say. 3 Impermanence, really loving this card, this format. It is very, very good against all these combo decks, like, the Auroradon stuff, the Dragon Link FTK. Even though the Dragon Link FTK is very resilient, even to a single impermanence, it doesn't end its turn, but it does help because it avoids, Called by the Grave and things like that. And then the one Resh Shaddoll incarnation, I'm mostly playing this due to the, combo with Windy, Aerial, and Construct, and Cross Sheet. That basically just lets you summon Construct twice and just gains all sorts of advantage. It's quite crazy. Now on to the extra deck. We are, of course, playing one Trident. You'd be a fool not to. One Daigusto Emerald, just because it's a good card, and it's basically another copy of Pot of Avarice. One Borbo, one Hammer Kong. These two aren't particularly special, but you need them because they're Zoodiac names. That's about all there is to say about them. However, Hammer Kong can produce a quite interesting turn 1 board if you can set it up with, Trident and Chakanine, because it basically makes all your Zoodiacs unable to be targeted, except for itself, which is quite nice. Chakanine is really good at recurring advantage, setting up link plays, all that fun stuff, and I just love it. It's very good in this deck, or really any Zoodiac list. I don't really need to tell you that. I'm probably sounding like an idiot, but okay, I'll move. 2 Tiger Mortar. Also, I'm playing 2 of each of these. That's because, like I said, strapped on names since Broad Bull is banned. But these two do their jobs quite well. Tiger Mortar is a part of the Megaclops combo that I mentioned. If you want to play Megaclops in this, you very well can. It is a very good card. It's just, in this strategy in particular, I wanted to play Borosword. 2 Construct, 1 Winda, and 1 Shekinaga for my Shaddoll lineup. I didn't want to play too big of an extra deck Shaddoll lineup, mostly because there's not a whole lot of space here, for one, and 2, I recur things so often that I didn't think it really mattered. And it doesn't most of the time, because you win the game before, you start running out. Now, I guess you could argue, like, why are you not playing more Shekinaga, since most of your deck is Earth? Well, I just prefer, the double construct. Because, well, I don't think I need to explain. Construct's a very good card. Okay, on to our links. We play Borosword, Nightmare Unicorn, and Cross Sheep. These are just, our generic good stuff links. Cross Sheep can, help you make a unicorn, maybe get rid of a problem card that was on the field, and then Boral Sword just ends the fucking game by himself. I don't really need to explain that one, do I? I guess my side deck doesn't really matter too much. This is all based on personal preference, so I'll just kind of skim through everything so you all can get a good look at it. Well, that's pretty much it for the list. Thank you all for watching. I am sorry if I rambled on too much. Uh, I'm definitely new to this, so go easy on me. And I will see you all later.